today we're going to be diving into the world of Acumatica.
Okay.
More specifically, like how to add custom features to Acumatica.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of businesses use Acumatica, and it's a great platform, but sometimes you need to tweak it just a little bit, right? To fit your specific needs and processes.
Exactly.
And so that's where custom features come in. And today we're going to be hearing from an expert, Dipak, who actually helped a client solve this very problem.
Yeah, a lot of times businesses, they find themselves in a situation where
Right.
Acumatica is great. It does 90% of what they need it to do.
Right.
But there's that 10% where they really wish they could add a specific feature or tweak something to make it really work for them.
Exactly. And Deepak's client had this exact issue.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about Dipak and what this specific client was struggling with?
Yeah, so Dipak is a really experienced Acumatica developer.
Okay.
He's worked with a ton of different businesses, and he knows the platform inside and out. And in this particular case, his client needed a way to kind of activate and deactivate certain features within Acumatica.
Okay.
And so without that flexibility, they were constantly kind of working around the system.
Right.
Instead of actually being able to work within it.
Like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how did he approach this problem? Like how did he solve this for this client?
Well, he used Acumatica's built-in customization tools.
Okay.
And essentially, he created a system where the client could just toggle certain features on or off.
Oh, so they didn't have to like rewrite the whole system or anything crazy like that?
It's all built into Acumatica, these customization capabilities.
Interesting.
And he used a couple of key things like deck extension, which essentially lets you add new features to Acumatica.
Okay.
And feature set, which lets you group those features together.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of like, I like to think of it as like building a house. Acumatica gives you the foundation and the basic structure.
Right.
But with these tools, you can add on like a sunroom or a deck or whatever you need.
That makes sense.
To make it really work for you.
Yeah. So they have their base Acumatica setup.
Yeah.
And then Dipak essentially built this like add-on.
Exactly.
That is specifically for them.
Yeah. And the beauty of it is that he made it really easy for the client to control.
Okay.
He added these simple checkboxes.
Okay.
That the client could use to turn these custom features on or off.
Got it. So they didn't have to like go into the code or anything like that. So it sounds like this whole solution really came about because the client's needs went beyond what Acumatica offered out of the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where these customization tools become so valuable.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through like the actual steps Dipak took to build this solution?
Sure. So the first thing he did was he created a new customization project within Acumatica.
Okay.
And then he used the deck extension tool to essentially create that new space. Yeah, for the custom features.
Okay.
And then within that space, he used feature set to group together all the different checkboxes and event handlers.
Gotcha.
And then once all of that was set up, he just published the customization project.
And that's it?
And that's it.
So it's actually a fairly straightforward process.
It can be, yeah.
That's awesome. So to our listeners, if you're feeling like Acumatica is almost perfect, but you need a few tweaks to really make it shine, don't hesitate to reach out to our expert, Tiana. Well, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.